ただいま。聞けよレグト。俺チワに。
おう、おかえりルド。
I'm literally gonna wait for you.
So it seems like this season, a lot of anime fans have been eating good, because not only are we getting the generic same type of anime that are cooking, this season seems to have so many different anime for your liking, and they're all good. Takopi's Original Sin, My Dress Up Darling, and a bunch of other anime that I talked about which are pretty cool. But now, with all of this good food that's available for us anime fans, the question is, what else is on the table for us to eat as anime fans? Well, I've got a dish for you.
Behold, 3 takes on Chum a la SpongeBob.
The problem is it's absolute trash. But the thing is, apparently that's a good thing, because this anime is a little different, showing us a very different meaning to valuing your treasures even if they look like trash. And honestly speaking, I've heard that this is one of the best rated anime with hobos. And this anime that I'm talking about is Gachiakuta.
Can't you read, mister?
Gachiakuta.
Gachiakuta, 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 Gachiakuta.
Yeah, what she said. Now, in terms of the anime, the premise of this anime is super simple. Basically what happens is that our main character, this individual who looks like he is extremely dirty, and I don't know if he is, but he looks dirty, but this dude with the white hair, that's how you can tell he's the main character, one day comes home with a bunch of ketchup, a lot, like a full jar. He walks in the house. When he walks into the house, he bumps into his roommate. The problem is his roommate was supposed to go to a party. Now, once he bumps into his roommate and then just spills ketchup all over him, it's a problem. Because in this world, if you spill ketchup on someone, you are immediately sentenced to death. And that is the essential premise of this anime, as he tumbles into a junkyard and thrown away because he spilled ketchup on someone. Now, moral of the story is 2 things. 1, don't mess up people's outfits. Don't walk around with ketchup. Who does that? He had it coming. Secondly, I was lying the entire time. In terms of this anime in general, there are 2 things that are super interesting about this anime. And the first thing is just how wacky this anime is and how different, because it really is taking the whole phrase of one man's trash is another man's treasure to another level. Because within this character that we have, Rudo, he is a little different, because after he's sent to the pit, what happens is that he gets into a little problem with these creatures, and the only way he was able to fight back was reaching for some trash. And it turns out that he actually has an ability that allows him to literally grab things that are trash and utilize them as weapons. They transform, they become a bunch of different things, and he has to learn how to utilize them in their own different way, because whatever he grabs will be different. So he's kind of the chosen one, because after that incident with these creatures, he learns that you actually should only be able to utilize one gift or one treasure in a sense. He can just do a bunch of them, which is insane, and that is why we know he's the main character. If it wasn't for the fact that he has white hair, has red eyes, and he kind of looks different from everyone else, the fact that he has an ability that no one else has will let you know for sure that 100% he's the main character. But what you learn from this anime is that you are going to watch a guy use a bunch of trash fight a bunch of people. There's something extremely vengeful but weird about the story, because within the story we learn that he's this dirty dude who kind of likes trash, and he's gonna try and mess up people who think they clean. There's something very hobo-ish about that approach. I don't know how to explain that, but yeah. So most of the time you might be thinking to yourself, yeah, that's a kind of a weird story to invest your time in, and I agree with you, it is weird. But then everything changed when I noticed that he was able to take a plunger. Side note, what is this called in your country, in your native language? Because I'm from South Africa and I don't know what this is called in a South African language besides English. Everything changed when he used a plunger that was covered in literal poop. It was covered in poop. He used that dirty plunger that was covered in poop to fight someone, and he won a fight. That was everything I needed to know, because if we have a main character whose mission is to take something that's covered in poop and then go smear it and just hit it on like rich people or clean people, that's all I need. Give me 2 seasons of that. And as such, most of the fights within this anime are extremely wacky. But besides all of the wackiness and the weirdness, there is an underlining value in what the anime talks about and teaches you, because he is showing us, and other characters are showing us, because he's not the only one with certain abilities, they show us that you should value your treasures and certain things that you're given. And if you put enough love and affection into them, they will eventually become powerful weapons that you can utilize to break creatures or possibly end people's lives. Shout out. Besides that, there is a deeper meaning about valuing the things that you get, and ultimately when you value those things, in a weird way, there's like a soul within items. This anime kind of teaches you that inanimate objects and certain things do have a soul, and if you put love into anything you do, the items, they kind of will love you back and protect you. It's a weird thing, but I get what they're trying to say and what they're trying to do. But to keep it a buck with you, it's not really the most sentimental anime. It's just about a dude who just touches things and they turn into wacky weapons, and he's fighting monsters, and they play rock and roll music, and he's just jumping all over the place, and his dad's like, I think, a serial killer or not. It's weird, but it does have a sentimental aspect to it. But also, the other thing that's so appealing about this anime is the story. It's a come-up story, because the creator, the mangaka of the story, is first of all a lady, but also her story to becoming a creator of this anime. And especially considering how the anime industry can be, it's interesting to see someone who's out of pocket and very bold and different get into the space and be successful. So that's something that really hits about this anime on the outside, besides watching the anime by itself. But also, besides a lot of the positives about this anime, there are a lot of negatives that come to it. But before I get there, keep on fighting the good fight, keep on being different, keep on making cool anime so we can talk about it and watch it and have fun and just enjoy it. But in terms of the negatives that come with this anime, I'm pretty sure you know about one, because early onwards I said there is CGI. And if you actually are still around watching this video after you heard me say CGI, thank you. But yes, there's CGI, and at this point my stance is always the same. Keep on trying, it is what it is. It will get better one day. Then the other aspect that is negative has to be the fact that the animation is not the most crisp. Now, this is a startup anime, it's a new anime, and not every single anime will get the best studios, so that's pretty fine. And then just lastly, I think that right now with this anime, the most important thing and its biggest flaw is trying to find the purpose of this anime, because it's cool, I get the story, he was not really betrayed but set up in a sense, and he wants to find the person who did it, and he's got stories, his father's a mystery, but apparently his father is a person who used to unalive people. There's stories there, but I think that within this anime, it's a cool anime you can watch when you don't think too much, because right now there's not much really to invest your thoughts into when it comes to this anime. So I think with a lot of people, they kind of sleep on it, because you can watch the anime and then move on with your day. I don't know if I'm making sense with that, but it doesn't have that much of an impact in a sense. It's just cool to see, got good music and stuff like that, and then you just kind of forget about it. Those are the most notable negatives about this anime. I do think that for an anime that takes a lot of inspiration from graffiti and things like that, I don't think it's as colorful as it should be. That just might be me, but the animation is still good. It's not like you're watching trash animation and you're just trying to get by. And the fact that they're trying to do things with CGI lets you know that they're willing to experiment, so that's a good thing. But then also when it comes to the music aspect, the music, the opening, maybe it's not for me, but like the opening is good for the first few seconds where like the song starts, and then when that rock and roll music just blares and it's all over the place. I get the idea. The anime in itself is very rock and roll and all over the place and crazy, but yeah, I don't like the opening. I won't lie to you, I skip it. The ending, it's okay. But I do think that when it comes to this anime overall, it's something you can watch on the weekend. You can have fun with it, enjoy it. It's got its moments where it shines really well, and it's got its moments where it just gets by. There's just something, to be real with you, extremely biased about my support about this anime. And it's just the fact that you're seeing someone who's different, you're seeing someone who's trying to do something creative, and you understand the limiting factors of sometimes trying to start an anime. Not everyone's gonna get the best of support, but it's cool cool to get behind people who are creative, who are different in the space of anime. And if you like the anime, that's awesome. If you don't like the anime, that's also not a problem. That's pretty much all I have to say about this anime. It's a weird anime, it's really wacky, it's really funny anime that might not be remembered by the end of the season. But there's something about this anime that keeps you a bit hopeful that it could be remembered and it might do something. That's the fun thing about new anime, is seeing the potential that it could fulfill or maybe couldn't. So I'm gonna be hanging in and seeing what this anime can do, but can definitely see if this anime doesn't do well with a bunch of trash puns that are gonna be tossed around. See what I did there?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks! Never let the